Welcome to JSS 2 Islamic Religious Studies, second term. Today we study the Hijra, the migration of Prophet Muhammad from Mecca to Medina, one of the most pivotal events in Islamic history. The word Hijra comes from the Arabic root hajara, meaning to emigrate or to leave. In Islamic usage, the Hijra refers specifically to the migration of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions from Mecca to Medina in 622 CE. This event was so momentous that Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab designated it as the starting year of the Islamic calendar, the Hijri calendar. Background and causes of the Hijra. For 13 years after receiving the first revelation in 610 CE, the Prophet preached Islam in Mecca. The Quraysh, the ruling tribe of Mecca, fiercely opposed him. Muslims faced severe persecution, physical torture, social boycott, economic strangulation, and murder. Bilal ibn Rabah, an African slave, was tortured by being made to lie on burning sand with a heavy rock on his chest. The Prophet's own uncle, Abu Jahl, was one of the fiercest persecutors. Many Muslims were killed or forced to leave Mecca earlier, migrating to Abyssinia, modern Ethiopia, in what is called the First Hijra, where the Christian king Negus granted them asylum. The immediate trigger for the main Hijra, the Quraysh plotted to assassinate the Prophet Muhammad. Representatives of all Meccan clans met and agreed that if all clans participated in the killing, the responsibility would be spread so thin that the Banu Hashim, the Prophet's clan, could not retaliate by blood feud. Angel Jibril informed the Prophet of the plot and commanded him to migrate. The Hijra itself. The Prophet stayed behind while other Muslims had already begun migrating. He asked his cousin Ali ibn Abi Talib to sleep in his bed as a decoy so the assassins watching the house would not suspect his departure. The Prophet and his closest companion, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, slipped out of Mecca at night and headed south, in the opposite direction to Medina, to throw off any pursuers. They hid in the cave of Thor, Gar Thor, for 3 nights. The Quran records this moment: if you do not aid him, Allah has already aided him. When the disbelievers drove him out, the second of 2, when they were in the cave, and he said to his companion, do not grieve, indeed, Allah is with us. Quran 9:40. Abu Bakr feared the pursuers would find them. The Prophet comforted him with these words, which are among the most celebrated in Islamic history. A Qurayshi tracker found their footprints leading to the cave. Miraculously, a spider had spun a web across the cave entrance and a dove had built a nest and laid eggs there, making it appear undisturbed. The pursuers moved on. This is why in Islamic culture, spiders are respected. After 3 nights, the Prophet and Abu Bakr rode north to Medina. They arrived in Quba, on the outskirts of Medina, on the 12th of Rabi al-Awwal, 1H, September 622 CE. The Prophet spent several days there and founded the first mosque in Islamic history, the Masjid Quba. He then proceeded to Medina proper. The people of Medina, the Ansar. The Muslims of Medina, called the Ansar or helpers, received the Prophet and the Meccan migrants, the Muhajiran, with extraordinary generosity. The Ansar shared their wealth, homes, and resources with their Meccan brothers. This brotherhood between Muhajiran and Ansar, established by the Prophet in a formal brotherhood pairing, is one of the greatest examples of Islamic solidarity in history. Significance of the Hijra. The Hijra marks the birth of the Muslim Ummah community as a political entity. In Medina, the Prophet established the Constitution of Medina, the first written political constitution in the world, governing relations between Muslims, Jews, and other groups. The Hijra transformed Islam from a persecuted minority religion into a growing state with laws, governance, and social institutions. It established the principle that Muslims may migrate from places where they cannot practice their faith freely. Remember, Hijra equals migration from Mecca to Medina, 622 CE. Background: 13 years of Meccan persecution, assassination plot, divine command to migrate. Route: Mecca Cave of Thor, or 3 nights, Masjid Quba, first mosque, Medina. Companions: Abu Bakr, only companion. Quran 9:40, do not grieve, indeed Allah is with us. Ansar received Muhajiran with brotherhood. Hijra calendar starts from this year. Thank you for learning with us today.